In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles. In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the post-game bounce, recapping a Grizzlies victory. Woo!
Time out.
Wait, that's what we're celebrating, right?
We are a victory for what? Another tank loss? Another win for the tank?
I tell you what, everybody's beside themselves when we win. So when we lose, you better celebrate. Grizzlies lose to They give the Brooklyn Nets their 17th win of the season in what is roughly the 60th game played. So, I mean, hey, goals. If you set lofty goals, you got to celebrate them when you just inch your way closer. And the goal is to lose as much as possible. This was our Super Bowl, losing to the Brooklyn Nets.
It has been interesting. Like, it is new levels of lows for these tank losses because the Grizzlies haven't really had that hard of a schedule. I know everybody keeps saying it's going to get tougher. They're going to lose a lot of games, whatever. They're going to win some. They're going to lose some. They've played some of the worst teams in the NBA over the last couple of weeks and have diabolically lost every single one of them. Like,
we talked about this on the $2 Sports Show today. I brought up the fact that, since trading Jaren Jackson Jr., coming out and then coming out of the All-Star break, full tank mode,
man,
we've played Sacramento, we've played Brooklyn, we've played New Orleans, we've played Dallas, we've played Utah, and only we lost to Sacramento, and then we won the rest of them until tonight. So
we lost to Sacramento and won the. That's hilarious.
In the last 2 weeks we've lost to Sacramento and Brooklyn, and they have as many combined. There, you could add their wins together, and I don't think you could get to my age. And I am 33 years old.
Dude, it's rough, man. Yeah. This is I am. Maybe it's partly because I'm like very tired tonight, but this game annoyed me. Like because I had to watch, because like honestly, like the Peaky Blinders is coming out with a new season next week.
Yeah.
I got a lot to catch up on the Peaky Blinders. My wife's been telling me to watch it for a while. And I got to catch up before this next season. Yes, I got to catch up. But instead I had to watch this damn game. And it's like I'm like, man, I don't mind the tank. I don't mind it. But tonight it really annoyed me. I don't know why. Why do you think it annoyed me tonight?
Well, could it have possibly been the fact that for the 17th straight game, we've played nobody over 6'5",
Yes.
or the fact that Walter Clayton Jr. just continued to pass it to the wrong team?
Yes.
I mean, there's just so much to go around. This was as intentional as I've ever felt the Grizzlies have been in losing a basketball game. And
I guess the scary part though, Drew, is what if it's not? Like, what if these guys who were testing out to see what could they be a part of this team even moving forward?
Mhm.
What if they stink, bro?
Well, I mean,
like Walter Clayton
I
Jr.
know.
What if he's just not very good?
All right, so we'll start there because I brought his name up first.
Okay.
I have been wanting to wait on Walter Clayton Jr. I love winners.
Yeah.
I love what he did at Florida. I like his
100%.
story, how he's just an athlete, high school football player, 4-star recruit, could have went anywhere, he wanted to play basketball and then sludged through the mud of college basketball mid-major programs until he found Rick Pitino and then found Florida and won a national championship. I like Walter Clayton Jr. And I've wanted to just say, okay, he's a point guard. He's not the kind of guy that's going to be a star by himself, but he's the kind of guy that can raise the collective level as a table setting point guard. He was just disgusting tonight.
Oh God,
just atrocious. And conversely, like the Rupert kid, maybe Taylor Hendricks, maybe. The guard play is so bad, and I feel bad for like Cam Spencer, who gives it his all every single night. But if you're not going to play anybody with any height, then you're just not going to get point guard play that's going to be any good either. Unless you're Javon Small, and he was awesome.
Yeah, no, Javon Small's awesome. I think, and Brevin Knight, I think, said it perfectly on the broadcast. He said, if you're not going to play dudes with height, then how can you run? You can't run an offense in the NBA. If you don't have dudes that fill the proper positions, like if I'm just taking his words for what he's saying, if you don't have guys that understand positions and understand, how to move in those positions and even have the height to compete in these games, you're not running an offense. Like this is not what we're not seeing. Like, and I think that's where I think has probably frustrated me the most is that I really wanted to see this team. Like, there's not a single part of me that's expecting wins, but I did want to see potentially some things that could translate over to next season, right? Like, guys getting some run in positions and things like that would potentially like translate to next season. And when you're having to play Jemai Mashak and Omax at the center position the entirety of the game, you're not seeing anything. Dude, this is glorified summer league without the Las Vegas.
No, summer league has a purpose.
Exactly.
This has no purpose.
So maybe glorified. This is dumbed down summer league. And it's like, and that's the part that I'm like, I really like, I had this conversation with Evan the other night on the post-game bounce. Like, I really want to like believe that this thing is going to end up being good. And maybe really the only thing that's going to be good coming of it is a high draft pick, hopefully. But what concerns me is that some of these guys that you're trying to test out and see what they can be, they're not getting, this is a wasted season. Is this a wasted season for Cedric Coward? Like, that's what it feels like to me.
Yeah. A few years back, I guess that was Gigi's rookie year, when Ja had the suspension. And we looked through that season. And there was one more player. Who else was in that draft class? Another second round pick. Oh, Vince. It was Vince. R.I.P. Vince, by the way. That sucks.
Can we talk about that for just one? Finish your thoughts and I want to talk about Vince a little bit.
Yeah, because we can spend some time there if you want to. But we saw that season as, okay, this could be good. We just got to survive a 25-game Ja suspension, and then this team should be good. And then Ja, 9 games later, has the AC joint tear, and he's out for the season. And then it was like, okay, well, we suck. Yeah. But look at what we're doing. Like,
with Gigi,
this is a revelation. Gigi's good. Vince is good. We're playing hard. We're we end up getting into the lottery. I think that was the year we took Edie. But it just felt like when everybody talks about ethical tanking, which is stupid, but that was what you would call ethical tanking. Like, you really got some run out of some dudes that were rookies, and they turned out to be something you could be excited about going forward.
Yeah.
This year's just nothing, man. Like, what are we doing? These guys are not going to play on this team going forward. We're talking about Ryan Ryan. I don't even know. Don't even care to find out the correct pronunciation for old Rupert over here. Like, it's just nothing. And I pushed back immediately after they traded Jaren Jackson Jr. and Rusty had said it, and a couple of guys, they were flexing over an ethical tank, that we weren't just going to like pull out good players in the last 5 minutes of a game like Utah does and get suspended for. We're doing it ethically. Everybody's since changed their tune on this. Ain't nothing ethical about what's going on right now. Like,
there's nothing ethical about having a 6'3" Jemai Mashak playing center in the NBA in 2026.
And the NBA is pretty positionless, but it's not. I mean, you've got to have positions on defense. Like, offense, you can play small ball offense, but you're never going to hold up defensively. And I hated it. I hate it, and I hate it because I feel like I can see the life leaving Cam Spencer's eyes. And that is the greatest sin in tanking, is that you lose the fight to win. Like, that's not a hard that math adds up 100% of the time. If you become okay with losing, then you're not okay. You're okay with not winning. Like, I don't know, just kind of associative property there.
Right.
And guys like Cam Spencer, you're losing, man. Like, I hate it. And somebody said it in the comments a minute ago. It's like, we're now going to be a couple years away from learning how to win again because we so steered into the tank.
I think all of that. I mean, I think it all depends on what the draft looks like, and you're putting all your hopes in the draft lottery. The ping pong balls going your way. But again, like, if you get young guys that know, like guys that come in that can be, franchise cornerstones, then I think that shifts pretty quickly. I think you adopt that winning mentality pretty quickly. But I don't disagree with you. I think, like, the Mehmet247 said, I'm here for the sorry, everybody's talking too fast. I'm here for the evolution of Gigi and the play of Javon Small. That's it. And I'm like, I think it's different. I do think Gigi is different. I think what we're seeing from Gigi, even though tonight was not a great night for Gigi in terms of what did he have? The only turnover he had tonight was a pretty egregious. It looked like 3 years ago. Gigi Jackson turn it. You're going to have those when you have no offense being run whatsoever. But I do like what I'm seeing out of Gigi. I do think that this is different than what it was in Gigi's rookie year. I do feel like that we're seeing Gigi do things that are more translatable, more repeatable, as a guy who can potentially, be in the rotation. But I mean, you're right. Like with, like Cam Spencer, I don't disagree with you. Like he played 26 minutes tonight and shot the ball 4 times, right? Like it's just 6 points, and he had 8 assists, which was great for him. But
finding people to make 8 shots on this team is legendary.
Yeah.
I mean, that's putting it on the button. The pass has got to be perfect for a teammate of Cam Spencer's to make a shot 8 times in a game. We just lost to the Jazz. I mean, to the Nets. No, I'm all the way out. I hate it. I hate it. And sure, everybody likes the problem with tanking is that when you're tanking, the end result is achievable. Like, but the end result is the number 1 pick. Nobody's talking about what the Grizzlies are actually most likely to be drafting, and that's 8th. That is their most likely outcome for this draft. They're not going to slide any further. They may catch Dallas, but I doubt it. And so they're going to have the 8th best odds at a top 4 pick, and you're going to be picking past
Those
Boozer,
top three.
DeBanstup, Peterson,
Yeah.
the big three. And so, like, I just and kind of the thing that I come back to with these teams, and I don't think that the Grizzlies are doing this, but if you so easily steer into it so quickly accept your fate as a team that needs to tank to get better, what has to happen next year for you to realize, oh, we need to tank again? Like like they say, your first kill's the hardest. After you do it once, let's just do it again. Let's just do it again. Let's just do it again.
The reality that the Grizzlies might be tanking again next year is very high. Like,
Yeah.
if they pick if they only get to the eighth, most amount of lottery balls, the eighth best odds to get the number one draft pick, like if they're drafting number 8 in this first round, like, they're gonna get a good player, but are they gonna get a player that's going to be able to take this franchise
Oh, you're
to the
looking
next
at
level?
like a Nate Ament, or if you're lucky, Darius Acuff.
And I'm telling you, yeah, the odds are if that is the case, you're going to see another situation kind of like this, unless Ja Morant is back on this team next year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just never know. You never know. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's the if you brought Taj Gibson in to be the OG for Ja, that's great. But like, the man's been like, what's he? I mean,
Why did they bring Taj Gibson?
Is he gonna play? Like,
Yeah.
Just put somebody out there that can actually play that position and rebound the ball and set some screens and all that. Like that's all I'm asking for. Like,
And I'm trying to be real. I'm cautious on this kind of stuff because I do not want to be viewed as the person that is crashing out over a Grizzlies loss to the Nets. I'm crashing out over big picture stuff here. Just an ideology that I've been at war with for a long time, to where you can keep the culture of a team while actively trying to lose. And the way that they are actively trying to lose is putting people in positions that they cannot possibly succeed in, and the psyche that does to a player. So forgive me if I don't watch the Grizzlies tonight or tomorrow night on the second half of back-to-back and look at these players and try to extrapolate what they're going to look like in the future, because they're not going to be playing this role. They're not going to be playing this way. They will be playing, hopefully, with a center, somebody that's 6'10" or higher. And so I can draw nothing from this. I wanted to get on here and make a definitive statement that Walter Clayton Jr. sucks or Walter Clayton Jr. is great. That's what I want to do. Okay. I want to be able to watch a game and take something from it. You have taken the need to watch the game out of it altogether, because all you're doing is all that's required of somebody talking about the Grizzlies or watching the Grizzlies right now can be determined on a final score graphic from the ESPN app.
it is true. Like, the need to even like watch any of this is quickly going away. Like, because it's the same thing. Wash, rinse, repeat every single game when you're playing the guys that you're playing. Now, I guess my question is like, if I have 2 questions for you. Who do you think, if you're Zach Kleiman or Tomas Isolo, do you make the decision to just sit Cedric for the rest of the year so he doesn't get involved in this, like, in this tanking? Like, because that's the guy that
harmful.
Like,
What's
that's
more harmful?
Him playing or him like getting used to losing like this?
Yeah, like, what's more harmful? You sending him out on the court hoping that he doesn't win and purposely losing and putting him in situations where he will not be successful, or sitting him on the bench for the rest of the year? I think it's more harmful to play him.
I've been concerned about Cedric Coward's development this year with all the nonsense that's happened during the year when our main guys were here, right? Like, I've had that conversation. Like, do you think that this, like, my big fear is that this is slowing the development of Cedric Howard.
Of course it is.
The throwing all of this happening this year, his rookie season. Like this is his introduction to the NBA. That concerns me for him.
Well, I'll be honest with you. The thing that you're talking about to me has nothing to do with on the court stuff anyways. You're talking about Ja and the locker room and stuff like that. And I just have to think that that's going to be addressed. And I think Cedric is stable enough as a person.
It feels
even
that way,
as,
doesn't it? Yeah.
As a going into his sophomore year,
yeah,
to overcome that. He's not a one and done player. He was in college for 3 or 4 years. Like he's a mature dude.
He seems like an old soul type of player.
Yeah.
That
So no, I don't really buy that as much. I just don't want to see. I don't want to see a player that I love so much put into a situation in which it's not beneficial for him. And that's unfortunately been the case for the last 2 seasons for the Grizzlies. I made the case for Jake LaRavia. I made the case for pick somebody, Kenny, that I've stumped for. Like nobody in the last 2 seasons has played the position they were designed to play because of injuries. And now it's because of injuries and we're tanking. And like Santi Aldama was questionable to play. Something happened, and now he's been out for the last 2 weeks for no apparent reason. And
no change at all. Like nothing. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think Cedric will be fine. David Owen says that I agree. I think Ced's fine. I think he'll be fine.
I do too.
But again, like you got to also think about the idea. Let me ask you this: out of all these guys that are on this team right now, right? Like Ty Jerome didn't play, Cedric didn't play, obviously Brandon Clark didn't play, Zach Edey didn't play, Santi Aldama's not playing. Those guys are guys that will absolutely be a part of your rotation next year.
Yes.
And so I think that is a different equation. You add cornerstone pieces to that roster, I think you're in a good place. The guys that are being put out there right now, I honestly feel really bad for them in a lot of ways. Like I feel like this is not the reality. Like this is not what their career should look like. Like Jalen Wells, like I'm so proud of him for continuing to play as hard as he is, but this isn't helping him. Like this isn't helping him figure out who he is. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss for words just because I'm like, I just get really, really tired of seeing egregious basketball like this kind of the tanking that's going on, just the egregious moves of just like not even giving your guys a chance out there,
right?
Like not even playing to a level that's like this seems like purposefully doing, I don't know. And I know it is. I know they're tanking. I get it. But it's just disgusting work.
Yeah, and everybody can agree or disagree with me. I get the math. I'm a math guy. I'm an engineer. I like numbers. I get them. They make sense to me. I get that the best way to get a superstar is to have the worst team in the league. I get it. Don't for a second think that it's okay to put your fans through this for multiple seasons. I will bite my tongue and be ready opening night in October for next year's season. But you better have something out there that's good, because I can't do this 2 years in a row.
Like, give me something to hope for, right? Like, give me something, right? That's what I'm asking for. Are there any guys that played tonight that you got a little hope for?
Well, I mean, I was kind of high on Hendricks. Of course, he was so good in the last game that he didn't tonight. So that's how badly we're wanting to lose here. Rupert I always kind of stake my claims on the guys that look freakish. You know, they've got to look good in an NBA uniform. He's long, he can shoot. I think he's fine. Yep. If he ends up on a 2-way deal for us next year, I'm fine with it. Omax is the winner of the season for me. I mean, but he's already got his contract, so
right.
You know, no need to talk about him. I feel the same way about Cam Spencer. Javon Small was really good tonight. If you look at a backup point guard role for him going forward, you've got a stable of short guards that you could choose from between him and Cam and Scottie Pippen Jr. You can't have all of them, but you need some of them. You've got to have Ty Jerome. I'm sorry, I've seen too much of Ty Jerome this year to think that it would be just the worst punishment in the world that they just trade him in the offseason because he's got value after we've seen him for like 10 games this year just be a dead-eye lethal shooter, exactly what he was last year in Cleveland. To have him just for a few games in a tank and you can't even play him because he's too good, and then to trade him in the offseason would just be the most cruel and unusual punishment that I've dealt with in a long time.
But you do realize he's probably like, if there is a trade that's going to happen in the offseason, Ty Jerome will more than likely be a part of that, right?
Well, I mean, he would have to be. He's good.
He's got the most value.
How many good players do the Grizzlies have?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I think. It's so funny to me to hear people talk about Jake LaRavia and be like, well, he was so ass for the Grizzlies when he played here. You know why he got traded? Because, no, I wasn't. No, sir.
I was on LaRavia Island.
The only reason he got traded was because he was the only one of those guys that had value. He's the only one.
And they didn't pick up his option. They saw his value too late. Kleiman saw his value too late. They didn't pick up his option. So he was entering unrestricted free agency at the end of the offseason.
Right.
But yeah, I was on LaRavia Island. I was clowned every day on this network for just stumping for the guy who plays hard. Imagine that. Look at where we're at now. And I would gladly
don't
take
do that.
written apologies.
No, don't
from
do
anybody.
that. This team plays hard. You cannot say that this team is not playing hard. They're
The
giving
post John Morant Grizzlies do play hard.
Thank you. They are playing very, very hard. That's the only saving grace about what we're seeing right now is that there's not a single guy on this team that's not giving it everything they have in every moment.
They just are not good basketball players.
They're 6'3" guarding Nick Claxton, of course.
Yeah, he kind of sucks.
He does kind of suck. You remember a couple years ago when everybody
was not improving one bit in the 3 years in Brooklyn.
Dude,
that's
Zaire.
a poster. Brooklyn is in New York City. I don't know if y'all realize this or not. This is the heart of New York City. And you talk about free agent markets. And there's not an NBA player in the world that desires to go play there.
Kevin Durant did.
Well, how did it turn out? This is making arguments in my favor here. How did it turn out?
They
the
traded
worst
him,
run
right?
organization.
Didn't they trade him?
Yeah, to Phoenix, and then it tanked Phoenix. And all those good players they got from Phoenix were trash. There, Cam Johnson, like he was good in Phoenix, trash there.
Doing pretty well in Denver.
He's okay.
He's okay.
I'd still take him.
Is it not funny though? Like you just mentioned 3 dudes. All 3 of these guys are guys that Grizzlies fans are clamoring for. Guys on this network were clamoring for. Nick Claxton, Cam Johnson. Who is the other one you mentioned?
KD?
No, KD.
But
yeah, obviously.
Fits.
But it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Like those guys. Nick Claxton is somebody that has just not been. Maybe it's because he's been playing for Brooklyn for so many years.
He's a loser. He's playing for a loser franchise.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies were a loser franchise for a long time until they weren't. And they haven't been since then. And we're playing like a loser franchise now. We're playing the odds. And I'm Mr. Consumer here. Every take that I have for the I'd say 95% of all the takes I have are takes that would benefit the consumer, the fan. That's what I care about. No, this ain't it.
It's ain't it for you, huh? Zaire went 4 of 7. He had 11 points. 1 of 2 from the 3-point line.
Yeah. Let's talk about Vince Williams Jr. We put a pin in that. Let's bring it back up. So Vince Williams Jr. tears his ACL in one of the first 3 games he has in a Utah Jazz uniform. It was once again a dirty play from Lou Dort, who I think just remembered him as a Grizzly. Tari Eason. Okay, my bad. So
who is becoming this year's Lou Dort is Tari Eason. That dude is dirty.
So blows his knee out. It was gruesome. His knee went backwards the wrong direction. Tore everything. Going to be out for a year. Utah cuts him yesterday, I guess. And
I think it was
a lot
today, actually.
or today. It just sucks for a guy like Vince Williams Jr., who's dealt with his share of injuries and has always fought himself, found a way to come back. This year, he kind of remade himself in the non-John Morant games into being like an assist machine, being an on-ball point guard, setting the table, getting a lot of good assists, handling the ball really well.
Yeah.
Kind of redeveloped himself, and then got traded in the Jaren Jackson Jr. trade and blows his knee out and probably closes the door on an NBA career for Vince Williams Jr. just because, a year without a team is really, really tough to get back in the league.
What are your thoughts on it? Do you blame the Utah Jazz? Or are you kind of like this is a bum move by them?
I would probably need to see what they're going to do with the open roster spot. But Vince Williams Jr. was a filler in a Jaren Jackson Jr. trade. I don't think that they were targeting Vince Williams Jr. in a return for a Jaren Jackson Jr. trade. So it's kind of like when a new coach and general manager come into a team. Like the fans love the players, but the coach and the GM don't. They're not their guys, and they want to go get their guys. Vince Williams was not their guy, and he obviously wasn't in their long-term goals, at least not far enough into their or ranked highly enough in their long-term goals to put up with a year of rehab and everything else. Like I kind of hate it because they're probably just going to tank again, and why not just let the guy hang out and rehab try to stay in the league? But
they might let him.
No one's. It is a business. You do have to put players on the, like, if Brandon Clark had no value to the Memphis Grizzlies right now, then they would probably cut Brandon Clark. But they've got an idea of they know what Brandon Clark can be. They love Brandon Clark. There is none of those ties there in Utah for Vince Williams Jr.
Well, I think the reason I don't understand it is because if they cut him, that means he's not available. The money's still guaranteed. Like the money that he's owed is still guaranteed.
So it'd have to be for a roster spot.
It would have to be for a roster spot, but they're in the midst of a total tank. So like, why does it matter? Right? Like, why does it matter to cut
Vince Williams Jr.? What's the length on his contract? Is it expiring?
I think he's got 2 more years left on it, if I'm correct.
Well, then that's the reason they needed a roster spot for next year. I mean,
yeah, but do you have to make that decision now to have a roster spot available for next year?
You don't have to make that decision now.
That's the part that I don't understand.
But at that point, it's kind of semantics. Like, you want me to rip the Band-Aid off now or later?
Well, let him get some rehab time in. Like, I mean,
well, I don't pretend to know what the insurance situation is for NBA players, but I'm sure he's taken care of by the league. I'm sure he's not out on the open marketplace shopping for, healthcare right now.
He's not on
Obamacare injury.
He's not on Obamacare.gov or whatever it is.
Yeah, what is it? ACA.gov or whatever. I don't think he's in a soup line somewhere. Like, I'm sure he's taken care of. Honestly, it's probably doing him a favor. He can, go back to, Virginia or wherever he's from. Like,
where is he from? He's the kind of guy.
I said Virginia because he went to VCU, but I don't know where he's from.
Shout out! How did you know he went to VCU? Look at you.
I was a fan of the Grizzlies when they drafted him. How do you not know?
Because I don't know. I sleep.
You have no excuse. That's what you don't do.
I've slept since then. I don't know. I don't remember where this dude played college basketball at. He is from Toledo, Ohio.
Oh. Okay. Anybody got anything they want to get off their chest here in the comments? We're here 35 minutes so far, and if anybody's got anything they want us to go with, this is your show. We're here to narrate.
Thank y'all for being here, man. 193 y'all in here. Y'all are the comment section is not tanking. Thank y'all for not tanking. We really appreciate it.
That's the best part about sports. Like, just to get real meta real quick. It's Like for people who say that they don't like sports, they don't enjoy sports, they don't understand the good thing about sports. And it's not always just the love of watching 10 dudes run around and dribble a basketball and defend and shoot, but it's hanging out with folks, having things to talk about with your friends.
Yes.
And that's what the Grizzlies are. It's the best part about what we do here at Bluff City Media is that, yes, this team sucks, but at least I get to come on here and we do it in a public forum, but talk about it with my friends and yell and scream and joke and cry, whatever,
It's the best. King Meek says, yeah, I want to say F the Jazz. Black Ninja GJ said, what did Tari Eason do this time? He hip checked Vince Williams as Vince Williams was filling the lane on a 3-on-2 fast break. The ball was on the other side of the floor. Vince wasn't even didn't even have the ball in his hands. He got hip checked by Tari Eason. And then I saw Houston Rockets fans come in and be like, well, he shouldn't have flopped. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. That's just fans being fans.
That's crappy. For them to say that. But
Memphis Grizzlies fans hated Steven Adams for a long time because Zach Randolph punched him in the head. But because we're Grizzlies fans, we hated Steven Adams.
He was asking for it.
Right. Fair. But should you have punched the dude in the head in Game 6 of the Western Conference Final?
Probably not. A lot of folks punched Steven Adams in the head during that season. That dude had such a villain arc his rookie year, man. I loved it because he was this is before the long hair and the beard and stuff. He looked like this super preppy dude, and he was just driving everybody crazy.
Yeah. That's a good question for you because there's been 2 Grizzlies that I can think of. But in your fandom, who is the guy you hated the most that won you over the most?
Matt Barnes.
Because for me, it was Adams is number 1 for sure. And,
I didn't hate Adams. I liked Adams.
I hated him for the Zebo situation.
Yeah.
The other one is Matt Barnes. When he became a
Barnes.
Grizzly, I loved him.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
Who's your least favorite Grizzly of all time? The one that you cannot cheer for. I got 2.
Oh,
he came to your team and you were like, I can't cheer for him. I cannot cheer for him.
No, there's never been one that I've refused to cheer for. I mean, I legitimately blame Steven Adams for costing us a trip to the NBA Finals because the Grizzlies were going to the NBA Finals that season, and they were going to play the Heat, the LeBron Heat team.
How much fun
it was the year that Dallas won, I believe, right? Am I getting my years mixed up? But
no, OKC played the Miami Heat and lost in that.
Okay. Yeah. But we would have we would have won.
Someone saying, all right, least favorite Grizzly, Chandler Parsons.
Yeah.
Non-factor. I mean, the dude's been a jerk since he left. He says ridiculous things, and I think he has the most punchable face of all time. But to me, he was a non-factor because he just didn't play.
Yeah, I was approaching this question a different way. From guys that I hated that then joined the Memphis Grizzlies.
No, I'm talking about guys that you hated and joined the Memphis Grizzlies and you could not like. You were just I just don't like this dude.
I just don't think there's been one. I was stoked when the Grizzlies signed Chandler Parsons.
Oh, me too. I remember exactly where I was when they announced it, and I was like, "Oh my God, we're here! We are here." I got two.
Okay.
Grayson Allen. I've never liked him, even in college, and I just couldn't cheer for him when he was a Grizzly. I just could not stand him wearing my uniform. I just couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
I don't like the way he plays. I think if I think Chandler Parsons has a punchable face, Grayson Allen has the worst. Second one, you're going to say this is crazy, bro. People don't like this. Vince Carter.
Yeah, we've talked about this. You were so stupid. This is by far your dumbest take, and you hate 80s music.
And I have a lot of dumb takes. I have a lot of
the lack of appreciation for Vince Carter is just quite literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. I do a show every single day with Rusty.
That's true.
And that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. The Vince Carter experience was a beautiful experience because you got to see Vince Carter as a recreated player who developed a really good 3-point shot and was a great locker room player and a bench guy and rarely dunked and was a contributor in his late 30s and on good teams. Like, I will never understand that.
I just think he's the most overrated superstar the league has ever produced. Ever.
Based on what? Why do you think he's overrated? You can't even tell me.
I can. It's
but
like,
you're not. So please.
No, I'm gathering my thoughts. I'm not like you. I don't have
take this hot. You've been thinking about for decades.
I just
should have it on the tip of your tongue.
I should. I should be more prepared. I just watched the Grizzlies play 48 minutes of basketball. My brain is fried
takes a
right
lot
now.
out of you.
I think that I think what really, and it's probably hilarious to hear it now because it happens all the time. And one of my favorite players to ever watch is LeBron James, and he does it all the time. It used to drive me crazy when I would see Vince Carter in New Jersey go up for a shot, do something, get bumped, and then fall on the floor like he had been shot. Like he was dead. Like he was dead. And then just like get up, walk to the locker room, come back. He did it all the time. I felt like every game I watched, this is when I was in my 20s, early 20s. So like I was young, dumb.
Yeah,
all
Vince
that
Carter
kind
had
of
hair at that time.
He had hair, right. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Like that was really it. I just kind of grew a distaste for Vince Carter during that time period. King Meeks keeps calling me Rusty, bro. Not all white dudes look the same, King Meeks. But I just for some reason.
But you and Rusty do.
We do kind of look alike. But I just couldn't get past that. Like that caused me to just really not like him.
Yeah.
And
well, that's stupid.
It is dumb.
That's really stupid. It's the greatest in-game dunker the game's ever seen.
The greatest dunk contest winner the game's ever seen.
In-game dunker. I said what I said. He jumped over Frederick Weiss in the Olympics.
That dude was a stick, bro. Yeah.
I'm always ready back here. The greatest thing Vince Carter ever did was leave Canada. Let's talk about more pressing stuff, Kenny.
Yep.
I can't believe I have not seen a segment on Bluff City Media talk about this. And the only one I would have missed is Saint Show. If y'all talked about it today, you can let me know.
Okay.
Adam Silver vetoing Magic City Night in Atlanta. Let's just get into it.
You're gonna get me in trouble with Anthony's show because I just stayed quiet during the segment we talked about it.
Why?
Because
do you not feel like you have a voice in the strip club gate?
No, like help me understand. Like I'm a firm believer that if I don't know, if like someone is saying something and I don't know what they're talking about, it's not my job to convince them that they're wrong. It's my job to listen and go, okay, help me understand how a strip club is a part of, as they say on that show, as Anthony said on that show and all the fans said, the culture of Atlanta, which says to me, and maybe I'm wrong, and I might get myself into trouble. Like, as I might get myself in trouble here. It sounds like to me what they're saying is that it's a part of the Black experience in Atlanta is Magic City. And I don't understand that. I'm not judging it. So I don't have a whole leg to stand on when it comes to like my thoughts on it. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. If that's what it is, then, by all means, I'm not telling anybody how to feel.
There are about 1,000 other places I would go to get wings other than a strip club. I'm just going to be honest. I love being married. Like, I love being married.
The funniest thing that I've seen is people rationalize this and say, there are things to do in Magic City. There's other things in Magic City besides a strip club, as if that's why anybody's going. Like, I won't hear anything. Listen, I'm happy that they canceled this. It's a scourge of, I take my kids to games. There's a lot of people take their kids to games, and it's like, I don't appreciate things that I don't want my kids to be around being shoved down my throat and a game that we're trying to just go, in this case, watch the Hawks. There's perfectly decent people on both sides of this issue, okay? But on one side of the issue, those perfectly decent people are taking their kids to games, and the raffle that night or the halftime entertainment that night is celebrating a strip club. And I don't understand how people are just like defending this to the nth degree. Is this the hill you want to die on?
That it feels like such a weird hill. Like, why? Like, I don't get it. Midman said, Kenny, they're a restaurant with more legs and thighs than what's on the menu, plus a longtime staple in the community. That's not a good thing, I don't think. Is it a good thing that, like, it doesn't feel like that's a good thing to me. They've saved more households and marriages than Dr. Phil. And Carter.
Yeah. Listen, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I'm glad he did it because
Maybe
I'm
maybe
Mr.
I'm lame.
Consumer here who often takes my children to basketball games, and I would be outraged if it were the Memphis Grizzlies. I know there's things about the culture in every single city that are underground or considered taboo, and you don't have to make them mainstream at your sports franchise. I'm sorry. That's silly.
Yeah, we're at Kristen saying so they can comment. Listen, they're probably doing something better with their life than watching the Grizzlies play 48 minutes of basketball and talking about it. But I can't think of anywhere else I'd rather be than hanging out with Drew Gann. I'll be honest with you. But
I mean,
I'm probably wrong. Like, here's the thing. I'm probably wrong and I don't understand. That's fine. I'm just saying, as a man, I'm like, why are we celebrating that? Like, I don't get it.
well, I'm not going to say I'm wrong. I'm right, but it's my opinion, and nobody's going to convince me otherwise that it's okay to celebrate a strip club and a sporting event in which kids are there. Like, I'm sorry. There's no argument about, I don't care how important you are to the community. I don't care.
Man, who's a big time. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, my high school was known as a bunch of meth heads, and it's important to the culture and the upbringing of a lot of the crackhead kids that I went to high school with. But that doesn't mean at the Alcorn Central Golden Bears basketball game we have meth night. Like, I'm sorry.
We make
don't
a
have to
joke.
celebrate it.
We make a joke on the Anthony Sane show every day about my next door neighbor, who just so happens to be a guy who likes to fly a Confederate flag when there's houses for sale in my neighborhood, so he can scare off black people from coming into our neighborhood. To my face, told me straight up that's what he's doing. I'm like, all right, Lee. Like, okay, buddy. Lee is also
first name Robert E. or what?
Lee is also the guy. Do you remember a couple of years ago when there was a conglomerate of people, the city council was part of it, that wanted to rename the parks here in the city of Memphis, right?
Oh, I remember. I don't remember the Memphis issue in particular, but I remember that happening around COVID time where they started renaming like army bases and such.
If you go to so there was a Nathan Bedford Forrest Park over on Union in the medical district here in Memphis. And they wanted to change that name because Nathan Bedford Forrest's bones are buried in that park. And so the city council sold that piece of property for $1 so that they could rename it because it was owned by the city at that point. There was a massive fight between a group called the Sons of the Confederacy and city council being led by Tammy Sawyer. The guy, if you go back and rewatch clips of that time period on the news of both sides arguing over it, there's Tammy Sawyer, and then there's this guy named Lee. Lee is a older gentleman, big white beard, this kind of stuff.
Exactly how you think he would look.
Right. Lee is my next door neighbor. Lee was the head of the Sons of Confederacy. All right. Now, his big argument is he's a big time Nathan Bedford Forrest guy and has his church pew, Nathan Bedford Forrest, the founder of the KKK, his church pew in his front foyer of his house, the house that I am literally looking at right now. I can see out my window. This dude, me and him have had a lot of discussions about this. And his response to me all the time is, I'm not racist. I'm just trying to celebrate my heritage. It's my culture, right?
Yeah.
That's what the Magic City Atlanta thing sounds like to me. It's the very same thing. Am I stretching? Am I stretching here a little bit? Is that a stretch?
I don't
Why
know.
do we celebrate that? Like, why are we celebrating this?
But my stance is I'm just kind of anti bringing my kids around it. Like, I'm not going to, even if it's the PG version of a strip club. Like, well, it's no pass. And first off, anybody who says it's my heritage, forget you. Like, I live in Mississippi. It's no stretch to know the conversations it's had around here.
Oh, I'm sure.
Everybody's nice to everybody, but there's a lot of people that say like the Civil War, like there's Civil War relics everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you got to remember history. And I'm just like, yeah, you do have to remember history or it repeats itself, all this kind of stuff. You don't have to celebrate it. We lost that one. We deserve to lose it. We were on the wrong side. Why are we doing this?
There's a difference between remembering and celebrating. Right? Massive difference.
Don't ask me how we got here. Good Lord.
You brought up Magic City in Atlanta. That's what.
Yeah. I don't want to get into like this though. Jeez.
I blame you.
Don't bring the strip club to the arena. How about that? How about that?
I don't get it. I don't know. Like, I understand the optics of Adam Silver stepping in and saying no to Atlanta. It looks terrible. Now, I know it looks terrible. I know it does.
I mean, he sold his soul to gambling companies a long time ago.
Bro, he sold his soul
to. It falls on deaf ears when I hear him say it, but I agree. He's not the messenger. He's not the moral police. He doesn't have that standing about.
Bro, you have bowed down to women abusers in your league. You've not done anything about them. You've sold your league out to adversaries of our great country. Like, you've done a lot. So, like, miss me with the moral police a little bit on this.
Go to Canada, Adam Silver.
So it's not necessarily like the greatest thing coming from him, but I understand it. And I don't necessarily get why. Like, it feels like I would love to know. Somebody said in the comment section a few minutes ago, like, how many desks did that have to go past before as it got approved? Like that, like in Atlanta, right?
I feel like that would have been a step one. Hey, I've got an idea. You know, some intern, they're just kind of ballparking ideas for different kind of theme nights. Listen to the $2 Sports Show tomorrow. Me and Rusty are going to give we're going to think of 3 theme nights for the Grizzlies to do next year. And they're going to be off the wall. It's going to be great.
Hilarious.
But some intern tasked with coming up with different theme nights were like for instance, Trae Young Lollipop Night. And then the next guy was like, what if we had a Magic City night and bring the strip club to State Farm Arena or whatever it is?
Great.
And then it made it past that initial thought. Like, no one in that room was like, no.
Some executive vice president of like interpersonal relations at the Atlanta Hawks had to go, yeah, I'm going to sign off on that. It sounds like a great idea. What are you doing?
The president of basketball operations in Atlanta, he approved it. And again, you can go wherever you want to. As a of age, tax-paying American hard worker, you could do whatever you want to do with your money. Okay? I have no issue. I will never be the guy that stands outside of a strip club
ever
and condemning people that walk in there. That's not my style. That's not what I believe. That's not, in my opinion, the best way to reach people to believe how I believe. Okay. But that's not what this is. This is bringing it into a public event that the city goes to, and children worship these players and live and die with Atlanta Hawks. And then just on a random night, they're going to walk in and it's going to be like, oh, it's Magic Kingdom night. We're going to have wings and T.I.'s going to perform. And then the whole time we're going to be all of our little TV timeout sketches and everything. It's going to be like Magic Kingdom themed. And no, it's
You're
not
thinking
the one.
you
It's
keep
not the
saying,
one in Orlando, Florida. It's the one down the street here with the naked.
hey, hey, get it right. It's Magic City, brother. It's not Magic Kingdom. It's Magic City. Get it right.
I've said Magic Kingdom so many times that Disney is probably going to sue me.
Disney's gonna sue you, 100%.
So sorry. Again, not trying to offend anybody that works at Magic City either.
I just don't know. Like, I don't know what a night, how to celebrate. Like, is it the food? The food's gonna be there? Is it is it? Are you literally going to have like? Is there another stage where there's like a house band? Are they going to come and play the Magic City house band? Like, what does that even look like? Because there's no way you're going to have women on a stage.
No, that wasn't going to be what's happening. But the secondary conversations are going to be no, they're not going to flaunt the talent. But the secondary conversations are, hey, Dad, what's Magic City? Hey, like what? I just, as a parent,
can I have my birthday party at Magic City this year?
I just went got some wings from the concession. They're great. Can we go to the restaurant? What restaurant is it? Magic City? No.
Are we like?
Just,
are we lame? Are we lames? Me and you?
I'm not lame. I'm convicted about this. Like this is something I will die, and no one will convince me that it's okay to propagate to propagandize a strip club in an NBA arena. Like, no, I'm sorry. And if you want to call me lame, you can have that opinion, but it's not. I'm not going to change it of myself.
I just don't understand it.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, and nobody's telling you not to go.
And I agree, but here's the problem, man. You're putting a lot of married folks with children in Atlanta in really awkward positions if you do that. If you're celebrating it on your NBA, your NBA franchise is celebrating it. It's just,
and again, there's people with season tickets that paid for that game, and then what? Like, you get in a real dicey situation when you force people like season ticket holders and investors and stuff to make a moral stance. Like, just choose not to. Like, avoid it. That I'm not telling you you should do it or you should never do it. I'm just saying it's probably the right decision just to avoid this conversation altogether. Like, the fact that we're even talking about this is only good for the best, the one that's getting the most pub out of this, who will see the most benefit out of this, is Magic City, because that place is gonna be popping.
I'm just not
all this.
I am not a fan of like taking something that has like legitimate issues morally and like socially, and turning that into a culture warrior place. Like, it's not a culture. Magic City's not a culture warrior. Does that make sense? It's not you don't define the culture by something that, like,
yeah,
I'm trying to be very careful with how I say things, because I'm just like,
yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying.
I don't want to demean anybody that's working there. I don't want to demean the people that go there. I don't want to do that. I just like, because again, just because I wouldn't do it doesn't mean that it's like,
I get what you're just trying to say. Like, maybe a strip club isn't supposed to be a fabric of society kind of institution. Like, let it be what it is.
It could be in society, but is it really the fabric of your society?
Yeah. Like, and for some people it is. That's fine. Again, my stance is only, I'm taking my kids here.
Mimant is awesome. He's been killing it in the comment section.
Well, we gave the Hawks dancers a night off. Please welcome the Magic City Cadets, or whatever they call them.
The cadets.
Flippers.
Flippers.
Yeah. Floppers. I don't know.
Floppers. For real floppers.
Yeah. It's going to be Luka Doncic and the strippers from Magic Kingdom. The floppers. All right. We've done enough.
We've burned this thing to the ground long enough.
This was our payment to you, fellow listener, for suffering through a Memphis Grizzlies loss to the Brooklyn Nets, and then hanging out with us for an hour afterwards. We gave you something to probably hate us over. And that's just what we were doing because we love you.
Because we love you, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay. Are we happy or are we sad tonight, fellas?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm tired. I will say this. It was nice. I did this post-game bounce a few days ago with Rusty. It's good to have you on here.
Yeah, it's been a while. I haven't done one since my daughter was born because nights are very weird. But it's spring break.
Can I just say screw that guy? Screw that guy. Rusty
that?
Witten. Screw Rusty Witten. I'm tired of him.
Oh, I love him. But, it's we all have things that we would change about our friends. No, he's a good dude.
He is a great guy. I'm joking.
So,
all right.
I'm devastated there was magic in the city tonight. Me too. But
We're
we did
out.
have Rayon Rupert.
Rayon Rupert. Magic City stock going up on the S&P.
It really is. Places like that love. Any news is good news. Any press is good press. Magic City's just rolling in it right now.
They are rolling in it, bro.
Fight the establishment, have prize margaritas and dances.
Like, how in the heck is a strip club now the martyr in this situation?
No, right?
Stand with us. Fight the establishment. What the hell? Sorry,
free the nipple.
Free the nipples.
Hit the button. We need to go.
We're out.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.